Okay, so in today's video, we're going to be looking at some very annoying get-rich-quick ads because I seem to be getting a whole bunch of them again. They've got to be like the longest ads ever. Some of them are like 5 minutes long, and you got to hear their sob story about how they're working at a 7-Eleven, making 15 cents an hour, and then this super rich billionaire just happened to walk into that same 7-Eleven purchasing a big gulp, and while he was paying, he was like, "Do you want to know the secret to success?" And then the billionaire shares all their secrets and all the tips to be successful, and then they automatically just become successful. It's like one of those Mafia City ads, you know? Anyways, enough of that, you get the point. You've all seen these ads, everybody's seen these ads. But there's this one ad in particular I've been getting a lot of, done by this guy called Payton Welch. And it's all about becoming like an inbound closer, sales affiliate. It's really funny though, because he's in this department store and he's like talking about how hard his life was until he became super rich, and now he's like living the dream life and everything is perfect.
We've given you a 40-cent raise, Payton. Congratulations. I can still picture that exact moment when my boss said those exact words to me for the last time. It's easy to picture, it was right over there. Right? I just graduated from the University of Memphis and I was stuck in this dead-end retail job.
They always have like really out there statements just to catch your interest. I don't even know if this is even true. Like, you're just taking his word for it. Like, he could have even not worked in this retail job, you know? It could have just been, it's just a story that he made up because it sounded good.
At the time, my days looked pretty average. I would wake up at 7 and the alarm clock told me it was time to go to work.
My days would look pretty average. I'd get up and I'd have a look at my iPhone 11 Pro, you know, just like everybody else does.
Around 8 a.m. to prep the store. Sure, I knew I could do so much better with my time, and I never pictured myself turning into, you know, one of these typical 9-to-5 drones.
I love this scene. That face though, is pure sadness. Just riding up the escalator.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Man, he knows how to act sad. Like, you gotta give him credits. Like, he looks really sad right now. I don't think his main focus in life should have been becoming an online salesman. Obviously, he's pretty good at acting, so he should have pursued a career in that. Put this together in a reel, you know, hit up Steven Spielberg, you'll be fine. I'm gonna join him because I got a polo as well, look at that. So now that I got my fancy polo on, which I bought at Winners for like $10, I can connect with him now.
Right, my boss, his name was Hank. He shuffled his penguin-like frame right through the door. Gather around, you peppercorns. We've got a raise to celebrate. I don't even know what a peppercorn is to this day. I didn't know back then, I don't know now.
It's pepper. A peppercorn is just pepper. It's like before it's ground up. Like, how does he not know that? Jeez, maybe you should still be working at retail if you don't know what a peppercorn is. That's a funny thing to call somebody though. Peppercorns? Listen here, you peppercorns. That's actually kind of funny. I'm pretty sure this is real because, like, I doubt he would have made up that peppercorn story if it wasn't real. Or maybe they're just getting so good at these now that they're just good at writing them now.
Plot twist, it has nothing to do with anything you've probably heard about online. Drop shipping. It's a joke. You can forget about affiliate marketing. Online courses? No.
It's so funny. He's saying online courses, no, forget about it, when that's exactly what he's doing. He's actually trying to get you to sign up for a $97 course right now. Like, that's the whole point of this right now, is to do that. So basically what the course that he's trying to get you to sign up for teaches you how to become an affiliate marketer / kind of sales closer. And it teaches you how to create this kind of sales funnel to get new clients. The whole thing is just a glorified phone salesman. That's basically what this is for. At no point in this video am I saying that any of these videos are scams. Like, they're all legit ways of making money, but just like none of them are as easy as they make them out to be. Because they're just trying to make money selling their courses. So they want to make them seem as appealing as possible. So he's going to explain some figures of how much money you can make and how easy it is to make money, when in reality that's just really not the case.
One high demand skill that put me dead center in a booming $129 billion industry full of wealthy business owners. They would stuff my pockets with daily commission checks the size of my entire month's rent. I know, it sounds absolutely insane. Within 21 days, I had earned more money than in the last 6 months working for Hank.
And that all sounds really good. It's like, yes, I want to be making lots of money like that. I want to be getting payments every day for thousands of dollars. Like, but to achieve that from being an on-the-phone sales closer is very difficult.
I did all part-time. It was on my schedule. I didn't have to use anything but a phone, nothing but a cell connection. Believe it or not, more than 1,621 of my students have replaced their entire 9-to-5 income in as little as 21 days.
That's a pretty bold statement, saying that you can replace your regular income in just 21 days. You can be making more money than you would at your 9-to-5 job. Like, that could happen, that could be possible. But for most people who try this, that won't be what happens. You won't be able to do that. I'm not trying to be negative about this, but I'm just being realistic of the situation. Like, it takes so much more work than what he's making it out to be. Basically, it just tells you how good these jobs are. Like, if this job was really that good, he wouldn't be making this video right now. He'd be doing that job. His job is basically recruiting people to join their program. Like, that's his job. That's where he's making his money. And if you think I'm just making this up as I go along, well, if you follow his link to his page and then scroll down to the very bottom, there is a disclaimer and it says, the sales figures stated on this landing page are our personal sales figures, and in some cases, the sales figures of previous or existing clients. Please understand that these results are not typical. We're not implying you'll duplicate them or do anything for that matter. The average person who buys how-to information gets little to no results. We're using these references for example purposes only. Point proven. There we go. I remember the first job I ever had. I was working for a yard working company. Mowing lawns, weed eating, raking up leaves. It was a dead-end job, and I wasn't going anywhere with it. I had no motivation. I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to have to go to work. Those 8 hours a day just seemed like wasted time. I knew I could do better. Then one day my boss told me to mow this huge field of tall grass. And right then and there, I just quit. I have that certain mindset, you know, certain people like to work 9-to-5 jobs. But with me, I wanted to party. I wanted to make lots of money. I wanted to travel the world. I wanted to drive nice cars. I wanted to get expensive dinners at restaurants. So to take my future into my own hands, I created my own business. And I taught people how to create their very own sob stories. Please click the link down below and watch my masterclass on how to create the best sob story to attract as many people to your business as possible. So please learn how to manipulate people into buying your webinar or courses. So now we're moving on to the stock market where you can make lots of money or you can lose all your money. Basically, his whole thing is that how he lost $8,000 in one day when he first started trading. So then he tells you to download his free ebook so that way you can not make the same mistakes he did and you can learn how to trade properly.
Once upon a time, I was actually down $8,000 when I first started. And that's because I made a ton of rookie mistakes. So to get this trading manual, all you have to do is click, put in your information, and it'll be in your inbox immediately.
So I went on the site to get my free copy of the book because I want to learn how to invest loads of money and I want to make loads of money because that's the only thing in life is making lots of money. If you're not making lots of money, then you're not happy, obviously. You're just sad. I haven't made any money, so I'm sad. So basically on that site, it's kind of funny too because it says the amount of ebooks left and the number is in red and it starts going down as soon as you enter the page. It starts at 79 and goes, oh no, there's only 78 left. Oh no, there's only 75 left. But the funny thing is if you just refresh the page, the number goes right back up to the starting number again. So we're going to be sticking with stocks now, and this is another one that I find really funny. But what I find funny about this video is that while all the other ads have pages that they link you to, and then at the bottom of it, there's a disclaimer. This one is just right out at the very bottom of the video. It's like, what I'm advertising is not possible.
What you could see right here is the exact trade that many of my students took recently that made a 261.42% return.
See, right in the bottom of the screen, right off the bat, disclaimer, these results are not typical.
My students are average Joes that have been following my sessions with up to 93.2% accuracy over the last 12 months. Click this ad here and I'll hand you all the secrets on how you can beat Wall Street.
They're so contradictory. Like, you got one side like being serious, like this is probably not gonna happen for you. And then he's talking away like, yeah, it'll happen for you, 93% accuracy. All you need to do is follow me, sign up for my course, and you can make so much money.
Like 102.7% on Qualcomm in just 2 days, 126.3% on Southern Company in just 3 days. And how about 261.42% on Microsoft in just 4 days?
Through all his graphs where he's showing, you know, this is 102% gain, it still says these results aren't typical. So most of the time, you're not going to be making 102% gains. Most of the time, you're probably going to be making small gains. So you'll still be making money, but just not as much as he says. So basically, he wants you to pay a subscription of about $1,500 a year where you kind of get access to all his stocks that he's buying and selling, so you can kind of follow him along and kind of copy what he does. The thought behind it being, you know, he's super knowledgeable about the stock market and he won't make any mistakes. That's the thing with these. They seem way too good to be true, and they are. Maybe he would give you some good advice. I don't know. I'm not paying $1,500 so I can get his stock advice, but I just found it funny how he's talking about all these amazing returns. All throughout it, there's a disclaimer saying that this result is not typical. Do you want to get rich from selling stocks? If so, continue watching. With my new course, you can expect returns like no others. Here are some examples. Look at this. This is over a 500% return, and that's just in 3 days. If you had invested just $50, your return would have been over $5 million. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? But let me just clarify, this will never happen to you. But I'm gonna brush past that because it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Who cares about odds anyways? But what I'm gonna do is show you amazing analytics with growth like you've never seen before. Look at that. Can you imagine that? This could be you. Well, if there was a million of you, this could be one of you. This, under no circumstances, will probably ever happen to you. But still sign up for my courses so you can learn how to invest properly. And if you are, by some miracle, the one person who manages to get some returns like this, please hit me up because I really want to know what you're doing. If you can actually get these results, I'll start working for you because obviously you know a lot more about this than I do. So anyways, we're moving on to the next one. What is the next one going to be, you ask? What is it going to be? I don't know. As we all know, there's a quarantine going on right now because of a certain virus, and this guy claims to know what company the vaccine is going to be made by, and so you should follow his advice and invest a whole load of money into that company. So that is kind of what this one is all about.
Click this ad right now to discover how you can cash in on the one product that every single person in the world is desperate to get their hands on. Yes, I'm talking about the vaccine that will finally end this virus.
Apparently nobody knows the right company that's making the vaccine, and that everybody's invested in the wrong companies, but if you listen to him, he knows the right one. So he'll tell you if you just give him your email address, sign up to some courses.
Early investors are already scrambling to get in on the many companies working on this because they know that an astronomical payday is waiting if they back the right horse. Even President Trump tried to secure exclusive rights to a potential vaccine from a German biotech company. And they all have the right idea, but none of them have picked the right company.
And he's going to tell you the right company because somehow he knows the right company that's going to manufacture the vaccine, and that nobody else knows about this yet too. So basically a lot of them have like information that they want to give to you, and so they get you to give them your email address, and then you get your free information. But then they have your email, and then they can just flood your inbox with like offers of courses and different programs that they're running and things that you can't miss out on and that you have to sign up for if you want to make money.
Click this ad to discover the largely unknown company that is very close to a breakthrough. Their value would soon shoot up by 55,300%, creating several new millionaires and billionaires.
There's so many of these guys out there who kind of go, I've mastered the stock market, give me money and I'll show you what I buy. And just like all the other sites, he has a disclaimer reading, this material is not an offering, recommendation, or solicitation of an offer to buy or sell the securities mentioned or discussed. So pretty much that just like cancels out everything. So yeah, they're not guaranteeing anything. Probably won't happen. So now we're gonna go over to an audiobook ad for those publishers in the audience who wanna make big money.
Are you looking to make passive income publishing audiobooks on Amazon? You see, these are my last 6 months of royalties from publishing audiobooks. Yes, for the last 6 months, I've made between $10,000 and $15,000 per month publishing audiobooks on Audible and Amazon. This is Laura.
Hey, Laura.
Her first audiobook made $800 its second month being on Audible and Amazon. And that's going to be royalties that she's going to get consistently every month from just one audiobook.
Like there's no guarantee of that. If you're selling something on Audible, maybe 1 month they'll make $700, but there could be many months after that where nobody buys it at all, or people buy it more. Like it just is, you cannot be like, oh, it made $700 this month, next month I'll be making $700 a month forever. Like it doesn't work like that.
Her and I did this without having to write any of the books ourselves, without having to narrate any of the books ourselves, without having any inventory, any customer service emails, any customer service phone calls.
And then he goes on to say how you can do this without writing any books, without narrating any books. And so I kind of looked deeper into like what he was meaning by that. And basically what he suggests is you go to like a freelance company and get them to write a book for you that you can then own the rights to, and then you can then pay somebody to narrate it and then just sell that on Audible. Like that's it. So you're still like, you have to come up with a topic that you can pay a ghostwriter to write for you, and then hopefully that they can like write a whole book for you cheap enough that then you can still afford to get it narrated and pay somebody to narrate it. And then you can finally publish the book yourself. After that, hopefully people buy the book and like it.
Now, unfortunately, in this YouTube ad, I don't have time to go into the details, but that's what I created, this free training. The same free training that Laura took is available to you.
All these ads always conveniently say, oh, I don't have enough time to explain the whole thing in this video. Please go to my training and sign up for that. Like you do. If you wanted to explain how to do it all, you could. In this ad, that's like 40 minutes long, I'm sure you could really explain how it's done. So there we go, we're gonna end the video there. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Now you're definitely gonna be rich. You've seen about 8 different ways to get rich. So if you're not rich after watching this, I'm gonna be very surprised. If you combine all 8 of these schemes together where you sell courses on stock Audible trading books, like all that kind of stuff, you'll be making so much money.